The center of the college sailing universe is Hampton Roads, Virginia, as Old Dominion University and Hampton University host the 2013 ICSA Co-Ed Dinghy National Semifinals. Hi everybody, this is Ted Alexander welcoming Chris Love, our sailing expert and the man behind Chris Love Productions. First of all, welcome to Hampton Roads, and this is a biggie.
It sure is. It's great to be here. It's a tremendous venue and tremendous host that we have here. And absolutely, this is the highest stakes. This is the entry to nationals.
36 teams vying for the top 18 spots. We've got East and West divisions, 18 teams in each. The top 9 in each will make it to next month's national championships in St. Pete. Stakes couldn't be higher.
No, absolutely not. And you know, we have some of the best teams in the nation here. We've got all these teams had to qualify from their districts just to get here, and of course just the top 9 get to move on. Everyone else is done for the season. Let's
talk about the format. How do we get down to those final 18?
Well, we're running as in every college event, we do A division and B division, 2 races at a time. They try to get as many as they can, or hopefully get to all 18 races. At the end, lowest points wins. Top 9 move on, bottom 9 go home.
What about the course here? We've driven by on the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. We've seen it from the Monitor Merrimack. What about the official sailing version of the course for this weekend's event? Let's join ODU head sailing coach Mitch Brindley for a look at the course for this weekend's event.
All right, we'll be racing right off Strawberry Banks just north of the Hampton River Channel. And the course is always oriented towards the wind. So we have a starting line, and then boats will race directly upwind or beating upwind to the weather mark, and then they'll round the weather mark and then an offset about 15 yards away, and then come directly downwind to a gate. They'll pass between the 2 gates, race back upwind again, around the weather mark and the offset again, both leaving those marks to their left or port side, and then back down to a finish line. That's gonna be the most common course. We may do a trapezoid course, which is just spread out a little bit. The similar format. The big thing is that they're racing directly into the wind, beating upwind, and then sailing dead downwind with a short reach in between. There'll be a spectator area set up right on Strawberry Banks. The Hampton campus includes there's a beautiful area from years ago. They used to have concerts down there. You'll see the old brick arches that are down there on Strawberry Banks, and that's where the best viewing will be. There'll be bleachers set up. It's a high shoreline. It's like a park on the water right there.
All right, thank you, Coach. Everybody's got their fingers crossed about conditions. Chris, I don't think today could have much better.
No, absolutely beautiful. You know, usually with a day like this, long day on the water, 10 till almost, what time is it now? Almost 7 o'clock. Usually you do see some lulls, you see some wind shifts. Not really today. We just had steady, beautiful breeze, 5 to 12 knots all day long, and plenty of racing.
As we look at some of the action from the first set of races, you're talking a marathon for these crews. What's the strategy going in? You can't peak too early because then you might get some diggers late.
Right. Well, the strategy really is in the preparation. You got to be fit. You got to be mentally prepared to put in a lot of hours. Got to be focused, and just keep hammering away at results. Don't get too aggressive. Don't take big risks, because in college sailing, if you do that, you're going to be in the back of the pack, and it's hard to come back.
Now, when I think about the venue for this event, I think of the view from the water of the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, or the freight ships, freighters going back and forth. What did you're a sailing expert, what did you think of the venue?
Well, like I said, fantastic, steady breeze. We had the sea breeze coming from one direction, even across the course, but still plenty of opportunity for strategic, tactical moves, trying to get to more velocity, slight wind shifts here and there, not so unlike other venues in college sailing.
We talked to some of the sailors, and this happens in any sport, but making adjustments as the day unfolded. They maybe hit a dry spell in the middle of the day, but then made those adjustments and were able to succeed later, the Roger Williams gang.
Yeah, Roger Williams is a prime example, and in the other regatta we had College of Charleston as well, finishing the day with 2 firsts. And that happens. Those guys especially, it shows that they were fit. They were ready to put in a full day of racing, and different people have different peaks at different times of day. Could be the conditions, could just be ready to go at the moment that it's needed.
Your thoughts on Old Dominion today, coming in not one of the favorites, of course, but the host team trying to make that top 9?
Very impressive performance. I think that everyone kind of knew that they were a top 9 kind of team, not necessarily a top 3 kind of team, and they showed us today that they deserve to be mentioned. Both divisions, we did see one bad finish at the end, and that was maybe just a small mental mistake in the last race, but other than that, all top 10s. These guys are obviously ready for the postseason.
Let's take a look at some of the scores as we head through day 1 and heading toward day 2.
Well, we do know that Stanford continues to lead. They've led almost the entire event on one side. Yale, I believe, is still leading on the other side. We're going to have to take a look when the final results come out tonight at the others.
I think the bottom line is it's like a golf tournament. You'd love to be in the lead on Saturday, but that doesn't mean diddly when it comes to the numerous races you'll face on Sunday. Let's look toward tomorrow, the strategy for all these teams involved, and everybody climbing to get toward those top 9.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a marathon. They can't go out in the morning and expect to get everything done, whether they're in second trying to win, whether they're in 10th trying to get to 9th. Whatever it is, you can't get it done in the first race. You got to stay solid, stick to the game plan, and do whatever was successful today and avoid whatever was not successful today.
Ma Nature, we thank you for the wonderful day. We'll look forward to more of it tomorrow. And Chris Love, thanks for the time.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Chris Love from Chris Love Productions, our sailing expert. I'm Ted Alexander from the Hampton Yacht Club. Don't forget tomorrow, the finale. Who will make it to the National Championship Regatta? Will the Monarchs hang on and make it down to St. Pete next month? We'll find out tomorrow. I'm Ted Alexander from Monarch Media.